No. Oh dear. Right, 1 second. Right. Oh wow, what have I done? Oh no. I thought I was all prepared for this one. Done. No, I put it on green screen. Oh no, right, well, 1 second, let me just sort this out. I thought I had it in landscape, but I haven't. 1 second. I'm going to have to do it like this. Maybe I should just stop. Right. Okay. We'll go here. And then we'll just, well, I'll do it portrait today. I don't know. It's so... Right. Okay, hey. So sorry about this. Anyway. I don't know how much of it that you got before, because I was just waffling. But hi, I'm Ian, nice to meet you. I can see this is working now because it's on my phone. There we go. And so, 1 second, let me mute this. Oh, dear me. This is, I feel like such an old person trying to use YouTube. Right, so, what am I doing? Shut this down, there we go. That is all okay, right. So, hey, welcome. So this is just an update video on my summer project, which is to renovate a maths boat. Not to renovate a maths boat, it's to renovate a boat in the purpose of turning it into lessons to explain some of the concepts that we do in maths and to see if this is something that can be useful. So if you saw my last video, equally as chaotic, I've got some good news about the motor of my boat. Well, I've got some news about the motor of my boat. It is going to be fixed. I have bought a brand new motor here. Well, here it is. It's just there with, there it is. It's got some bananas on it. Yes, so I am going to be doing that. I'm going to be fixing that soon. And, well, actually, I'm not going to be fixing it. I've got somebody coming to fix it. But we did some research over the phone, and this is pretty much what we think it is. Fingers crossed it doesn't do anything different. Other stuff I wanted to tell you about. So, since starting the project, I have just been spending some time, really, because I couldn't move it straight away. I've been spending some time organising the inside of the boat and making it so that it's a bit more seamless. I've noticed that in this project I'm spending a lot of time moving things around. So what I want to do is I want to try and make sure that I can get that more organised. Okay, the next thing that I can talk about here is, as you'll notice, let me reverse this screen and then that's going to help me out. As you'll notice here, I've started sanding the boat. So that is something that I've been up to. Now, in order to sand it, I've had a few situations where I've had to look at some of the tools that I've got. So I initially thought that I would start sanding the boat using this angle grinder. But unfortunately, what I've discovered is this angle grinder is a cordless angle grinder. And obviously, there's the battery next to it. At the moment, it doesn't have a battery in. But my batteries that I have are all 5 amp hours. And it's likely that this sanding tool, so this is some real life maths. It's likely that this sanding tool here draws about 35 amp hours. So therefore, if I've got a 5 amp hour battery there and this draws 35 amp hours, I need 7 of those batteries to keep going for an hour. So I don't have 7 batteries. I do have a charger, which would mean that I don't need to charge 7 batteries. But unfortunately, my charger only charges 1 battery every hour. So what it means is that out of the time spent sanding, I've got a lot of downtime there. So possible solutions are I need to buy another charger and some more batteries so I can keep the system going of change. But other than that, I've actually got some different options. The other option was I have this orbital sander, which is pretty good, and uses a lot less amp hours. So this probably draws about 2.5 amps, which means it can keep going for, well, I don't know if that's true actually, 2.5 amps. Okay, I got this information on the internet, but the 5 amp hour battery only lasted about, I'd say, half an hour, 20 minutes on this one, which was better. But if it was 2.5 amp hours, that would mean that I'd be able to get 2 hours out of one 5 amp hour battery, I'm assuming. But anyway, so that's that. We've said goodbye to that one temporarily until the superior charging battery system comes. But what I've got here is I've got this one now, which I just embraced the cord, and I thought I'd go for a different style actually of sander this time. This is a belt sander, and it's actually working very well. And also, what's quite nice about it, I mean, there is a problem with it really, which is that that my boat isn't completely smooth, but the belt sander does make sure that when I use it, everything is smooth. Okay, so that is that. Right, what is next? Oh yeah, I was going to talk about maths lessons that are coming up, some ideas I'm having. Well, the first maths lesson obviously has been one about these tools, because although they have different powers, although one of them lasts longer, one of them lasts less time, okay, they actually do different jobs, okay? So you'll notice here that if I go all the way over to here, there's a really nice green bit. Now this green bit here, that's the original top coat of the fiberglass boat that was the shell. This is a fiberglass shell. So that green, that I believe is the original gel coat. And then there's a few spaces I think where I've gone beyond it where this beige is, and I'm assuming that's actually the fiberglass. So I don't really want to sand much further than that, because otherwise I'll be sanding through the whole of my boat. Now, what we then see, we've got the green, we've got the black. The black is the black was a big mistake that I once made when I thought it would be a good idea to paint my boat in bitumen, because I was like, oh, bitumen's really waterproof because we paint the bottom of it. But bitumen doesn't really dry. So what the bitumen did was it made my boat feel quite dirty for quite a long time on the outside, and then when you touch it, it was like one of those don't climb walls. So what I've got here is I've got this level of here bitumen, which I really kind of think I need to get off, but I don't know. And then obviously the grey was on top of the bitumen. So where you see grey, that's still where the top coat remains. Where you see black, that's the previous coat. And then when you see green, that's the gel coat. And you see the beige is where I've gone too far. And you can kind of see the pattern here with this. So you can see that you can't see the layering there. Another thing is that, okay, so the green was done by the angle grinder with a paint removal disc, and it literally got it all off straight away in moments really. But there was a problem with the angle grinder with the battery, and that problem is that because I've got this bit here, I can't actually get it flat. So you see this disc here, the ideal is to have it flat so that it keeps the surface flat. But I can only really then do around the edges of that, because otherwise what I do is I start leaning in. And when I lean in, I'll show you what happened, because that's what I did last time actually. I used an angle grinder last time to do the whole thing. And you get these circular patterns here. So that's something that's happened there. Right, what else is going on with the boat? Oh yeah, so what I was saying is we've got those bits, and then we've got the bits with the orbital sander. The orbital sander didn't really get anything off. It just made it a lot smoother. And then I've got the belt sander, which is doing a good job. This bit here is from the belt sander. But the belt sander has a nice flat blade, a nice flat plane here. So that is going to keep things nice and smooth. But the only problem is that the boat isn't smooth. So we'll see how it all goes anyway. But what this is making me think about is we've got 3 tools which are going to have very different speeds. And I was thinking about how we could measure those speeds, and you could kind of maybe like map out a little section and see how long it takes each thing to smooth down that section. So that was an idea of some more maths that could be put into videos. Right, anyway, oh, one more thing, the thought whilst I'm here, is, I don't know if any of you are following my live take on the book. So this is the book that I've been making. It's Functional Skills Maths Level 2, Everything You Need to Know. where I was going through it live recently to double check it, but it's arrived. And apart from a few full stops here or there, so far it all seems to be in good order. So what I'm hoping is, basically I can do this in the daytime till 6 o'clock, because after 6 o'clock it's a bit rude to be doing work because of the noise and the neighbours and stuff like that. So after 6 I'm going to continue to just read through this to do the final few edits, and then I'm really hoping that by Monday this is going to be all available to buy on the website crackmaths.co.uk. Right, okay, I think I think that actually takes me to the end. I was really surprised that this was a vertical stream, but that is something to note for the future. So thank you very much, thank you for bearing with me. Remember that these videos are just the live ones, these aren't the event. I'm doing my filming, I've got some different things going on. I've got a time hop camera over here, and I've got a GoPro that I've been wearing here, and I'm hoping that somehow, when I have a go at putting it all together, it's going to come to be something good. Oh, 1 second. Let me just check my phone to see if anyone's asking any questions. I don't know if they will. 1 second. Go to the live. Has anybody chatting? No, but that's okay. Right, perfect. Anyway, hope if you've watched this far, well done. Thank you very much to the person watching, and I will. I'm going to get on, and I will see you soon. Okay, goodbye. How do I? Right. The main question is now, how do I end the live?